I'm sorry, YouTubers. I lost something here and I had to retype it in. Okay. So let's go, Kokomo. We get this show on the road here. I'm sorry for the late. I actually have 4 videos now. That's why or 4 cameras going. It's a lie. It's alive, not is a lie, it's alive. ah, let's see, okay, that I should. We're having trouble starting a live video. Why are you having trouble starting my live video? Boy, Instagram is having trouble starting my live video. And I don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Maybe do this again. I don't know. God, why is that happening? Well, I don't know. But, oh, by the way, on Let's Go Help 2, I know that we have Amber, I think, is over helping you on Zoom. So if you want to get over there, she's probably finishing up now. But there's another one later tonight. And tomorrow, I think we have another 3 hours worth of live, members that help other members. And I think that's the best thing we have, really, because if you get another member, if you could talk to another member who's already got this money, they're a lot better than me. I mean, I tell you where the programs are, but they could tell you the nitty gritty about how they did it, because that's what most people want to know. They don't know, never did it before, whatever. And me, I've been studying this stuff for, God, 50 years. So, God, why doesn't it like me? Don't like me, Mommy. Why won't it do it? Viewing one person. Yes, it has me. Okay. Who knows? Okay. We got to just let that baby go. But no, I want to make sure that people know that, because you go to Google and you try to find out about government grants, and you're going to get all this misinformation, and it's misinformation because it's people that want to sell you something, and that's where the misinformation. They'll figure out a way of what they need to tell you in order that you will believe them and send them money. I'm new and having trouble accessing these grants. Either Google won't let me download the docs. Well, they should be able. You shouldn't have a problem downloading. Let me put a report in here right now. I'm talking to somebody on Andrea. Okay. Let's see, where would that be? That's not it. Okay, here is a link. See if you can download this, okay, Andrea? Go here. Here's a link. And also, in the search on the top of Let's Go Help, there's a search. You could put in a keyword and search and put in 500, Andrea, and see if you could go to 500, because that's where the best documents are to download, because there you can get a report for every state, and it shows you 500 mini grant reports that are available in your state. So that's, to me, one of the best things we have, because that is so complete, and it shows all the major problems you have in life and how to use government programs to solve them. And yeah, there's nothing better than that, I think. I've been studying this 50 years. I think that's the best report I've ever done. I've written 100 books on this subject. So it's a long history of that. And that's why I just get frustrated when I see that, oh, I can't hire a grant writer. You'd probably never have to hire a grant writer, only if you want like millions of dollars and you're, a large organization and things like that. But for individuals and small businesses, you don't have to. And even if you do, now the link I put in here on the bottom of that link, it shows you how to go to findhelp.org. And that's, you go to findhelp.org, and you can get all the free help with government applications that you need. And actually, if you're a member of us, then we also do that too. I mean, we have members that just help you even apply for a an appeal letter. So if they said, no, you can't get it, you have to write an appeal letter. That's how you increase your odds incredibly, if you write an appeal letter and try to get it again. Now, not Amber, but the appeal letters, there's a member that will help you write that. She writes them for people, and she gets the money like 50% of the times. Now, she just sent me a notice that there were 2 people that she got money for after the government said no. Then she got them, one she got like $40,000, and the other one she got $50,000 to pay rent. Wow, now could you imagine if you got $50,000 to pay rent? Yeah, and that's what she does. She shows you how to do that. And that's what's wonderful about our members, is members are helping members. And that's, I think, the key to what we're doing is all about. It's all about members helping members. Because there's so much help out there, but they don't advertise. The good help is not advertised. So you go to Google and you look for help, and you're just going to find somebody who wants to get money from you, because that's how Google is used. Google is the Wild West for getting money from people. And if you don't have money, you got to stay away from there. If you have money and you want to buy stuff, then that's fine. That's great. You use it. But particularly, people are usually looking for grants that they don't have money. And so what happens, they get sucked in either to a scam, or somebody's going to charge them money for something they could get for free. And that's what hurts me. And that's why I'm here trying to make sure people know about this. How do we find this member? I think she's live tonight. She operates on the look in the workshops tab, under the workshops tab, Kirk, and you'll see her over there. Let's see. Let me see if they're, workshops. Ooh. Today, Monday. Tammy is on tonight. Amber. I think she was on last night. Where is it? Oh, I know. She goes on the other one. She goes on the live. So she'll just pop up on the live. And I'm sorry, I can't find her name offhand. I am so bad with names. You'll have to excuse me on that. I am just terrible. Everything falls out of the back of my head. That's what happens at 81. I'm sure, Megan. Okay, you want to find Megan. Megan Patter, P-A-T-E-R. So Megan. Megan's the one who does all this, and we're working on something else she's going to do, is help people for free fix their credit. And she has a service that we're going to pay for. So members, we're going to try to get like 50 members as a sample to do that, and fix up their credit and get it all straightened up. And she knows how to do that. Actually, she's been trained by the government to do it for free. And so that's what we're going to do with her soon. So keep an eye on for that if you're a member. But also to get help for applying for anything and applications, if you go to findhelp.org, and you put in government applications. Now, when I put in my zip code, I get 500 organizations, actually 522 organizations that are my zip code that give free services to apply for government grants. So we're going to charge you $20. So you got to be careful. You got stuff out there where you get free or you could pay, and that's what I'm. Just want to educate people about your options in life. The problem is we don't know our options. We think we know what's out there, but we really don't. None of us do. And particularly if you're trying to do something in life, you need money to do something, You have to go and research, because if you're thinking you're going to solve it with money and a big pot of money and no, you got to rethink that. You go out and talk to people about the best way for you to do what you want to do. In other words, if you want to go to school, you want to start a business, you want to buy a house or whatever, sure, you could go out and see what everything costs and say, I need all this money to buy that. And, that's the long way, and it's not it's not a secure way, because you could do it easier, faster, and without finding all that money, because there are other programs or other people will know how to do that. So you're setting yourself up for failure, to me, in that, because you think you know what's out there. Sure, there's a lot of people who give grants. Sure, they give out like $15,000, $20,000 a year to everybody in America every year. Sure, that's all true, but what you need it and how you need it and whatever, that's different. You have to start talking to people that are in their main business in life is to help people like you succeed to do what you want to do. And that's, so if it's starting a business, you should go out there and try to talk to at least a half a dozen people that are in the business, but they get grant money to help people like you figure out how to start a business, okay? So they're getting grants already to help you find what you need to start your business. So that's what you have to do, because you don't know what's out there. So they have a better sense of what's out there and what you should be looking for, to start your business. And it's so important to do that, because otherwise you'll say, I need all this money, and that may or may not be true. And you got to sit down with people who know more about what's out there. You don't know what's out there because it's so complicated. I don't know what's out there. What we do is show you here's where to go to find out what's out there, for you. And then you have to talk to people. The other thing is that we don't use the phone enough. You have to use the telephone to find out what's out there, because you can't understand, even if they think it's, they think it's clear, it is to them because they use that jargon every day. But if you're new to this, trying to get grants and find out financial help to do what you want to do in life, you have to talk to people to understand what all that jargon means in there. Because even grant's the wrong word. You realize that 80% of the free money that the government gives out is not even called grants. So you're going out there looking for grants, and then you're missing 80% of the free money. You don't care what it's called, right? It doesn't matter. And it's so funny. You say, well, I'll go to the SBA. Oh, that's probably the last place you're going to find a grant for your business. But there are billions of grant money every year that's given out. But it's not through the SBA. But the SBA is important, I believe, because they also show you where the money may be. And they sit down with you and help you design what is the best way for you to start the business you want. Because I know my stuff. I always think, other way, okay, I could go out and raise the money if I did. And the first 2 businesses I started, went out and got money for them, everything, they all failed. The next 5 businesses, maybe 3 or 4, I forget already. All of them were successful, and I got no money from them. You don't need money for a lot of businesses. Sure, some you do. But there's so many ways to do it. You partner with somebody, or you just get a client. Like a service business, what I do now. When I started this thing, I didn't need money to start this. Look at my advertising is free. I go on the internet and advertising. So for $100, I'm in business. And finding a customer. So even if I had $1 million, I still would have to find a customer. And there's too many ways to do that for free. Sure, you can get $1 million and try to advertise and find a customer, but you don't know enough to do that well. And you're just going to lose a lot of money doing that. It's all those people that, I remember during the .coms, where they all had buying $1 million ads on the Super Bowl, because they all had venture capital money. People give $1 million to start this crazy business. And they spent $1 million on ads in the Super Bowl and got only $100,000 worth of business. You can't do that. You don't stay in business to do that. You have to go slowly, and you have to go find out in a step-by-step method, what really works for what you're selling. I mean, and the marketing people, the advertising people, they can give you some ideas, but they don't really know. I mean, particularly if it's a business or a product that is coming from your heart, then they certainly don't know. And that's what makes the change in the world. And they know how to spend your money. That's why the clue is that they don't know is what they do is say, what is your budget? No, I don't know what budget. So if it was $1 million, you take $1 million to find it. No, I want to know if this works with the cheapest amount of money possible, because you don't know what really works until it works. And you have to test and do 100 different ways to try to sell something to make sure it works before you start spending any serious money into doing anything. And that's what's so neat about the the internet and all this cheap ways to advertise. Well, I used to spend $100,000 to do a commercial. Now I got a $200 iPhone and I'm doing a commercial. So that's really, really cool. I don't want to grant right, Andrea. When is the next one? You can tell us how to open up a business and get funding for it. Okay, Andrea, right now you can go to item number, go to that 500, go search 500, and you'll see all the mini grant reports. And the first report under the mini grant report is what they call Let's Go Meta Grant Report. Okay, so if you want to, here, I'm going to put it in here. If you want to start a business, then you download this here. I'm going to put it here in the chat, the Let's Go Meta Grant Report here, okay? Andrea, I don't want to write. You don't have to write a grant. Anyway, and particularly if you don't see an application. I mean, there may be an outside chance you may need help writing a grant, but you haven't even seen the application yet, and you don't. So here, you see this Let's Go Meta Grant Report? Okay, you download that, and item number 5 in there, Andrea, is how you find free help to start your business. You don't want money, you want help. You start calling these organizations and start asking them for help. Don't ask for money, because they're trained to sit down with you and help you think through your idea, how to make it happen, where the possible money is and everything, because it's different in every city. Every city is different because most of the business help is locally, and they're pouring so much money into this local business help. Here's some local business help that is at the local level, and I'll put this link in there too. $100,000 to start a cannabis business, right? That's it, they're giving it. This is a brand new program too that's available. Let me get this here in 6 weeks. Yeah, okay. Okay, here's a dozen or so programs, new programs that you could take advantage of, and a lot of them are for business, okay? 6-figure grants for business and living. So $100,000 to start a cannabis business, or $168,000 to small businesses in small towns to go solar. So if you want to start a solar business or take your little business, and if you're in a rural area or small town, that you get like almost $170,000 to do that. That's a grant. Okay, here's another one. In a city. This is a city grant. $250,000 forgivable loan to own your own business. In other words, what they'll do, you could buy a business or start a business or whatever. Okay, so that's $250,000 forgivable loan to own your own business. See, they want you to have a business. Why? Because you're creating a job. See, the government is trying to create economic development. They want people to start businesses. They want people to create jobs for people there and create income for everybody. So you're not taking income from the government, right? So your own income. Now, how do you start finding these kinds of things? Okay, if you're not a member, there's two ways here. One is on sba.gov/local-assistance. I say that a lot because it's a very popular way to find the local experts that help you start businesses for free, okay? And also EDA.gov. EDA.gov, Economic Development Administration, or EDA.gov. Now remember, you have to call these people. You just can't go on their website and think you're going to get the perfect thing that you need to get a grant. No, you have to talk to people. That's how you find the perfect thing. It's really what I call, and I heard earlier, like stumbling into happiness. Amber's going on to, are you today? Oh, 21, is that tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. Okay, lovely Amber is gonna share her heart with you tomorrow at 1 p.m. And that's a Zoom call Amber is on. And she'll help you with that. And the kind of stuff I'm talking about, well, she takes it a step further and more detail to help you with that. So here's other programs let me tell you about. $50,000 grant to build rental housing for low income or middle income people. This is in every county. There's programs there if you want to be a real estate investor to help you do that, okay? Oh, you had one earlier today too, Amber, thank you. Well, and that's why Amber and the people that are there helping other people, I just think are the greatest people on earth, because they're really here. They realize that we're all here to help other people. And the more we can help other people, then the more our heart grows. At least that's what I find. But again, you may not want to trust me. I'm 81 years old. I've been around the track a few times. And now I think I got to the point where I can't, get faster. I can't run faster or lift more weights or do anything physically that could be better, that will improve. When you get to 80, everything's starting going downhill. I can't think faster or whatever. So it's trying to stay even if you can, or slow the ride downhill. But what I can do better, I think, is love. And we all can, no matter what age you are. And I'm surprised that it took me so long to get there, to realize that. And I wish I did it so much earlier, because open your heart. We all can do that right today, and that will make us all feel better, no matter how little you give or whatever. And it's opening your heart and loving other people and helping other people. And that's what Let's Go Help, where people are doing it. Like Tula, she does that now too a lot. And I see her. Did you go in the Zoom, or are you on live? Either way, whatever you want to do, Tula, is wonderful for me. And that's great. Let me tell you about some other programs here. Cities provide $500,000 in investor money, grants, and mentors for low businesses and entrepreneurs. Now, see that? It's cities that are helping that. I'm on the Mighty Apps Live. Great. Great. You're mighty. And everybody wants you to do that. And you have to talk to people. We get closed down because we think Google is everything. But remember, Google wants your money, and they want you to buy something. So if you want to buy something, go to Google. If you don't have money, just please stay away from Google. Because, you see, even if you do have money, because when you do something new, you don't know really what's going to work for you until you stumble into it by accident. So you're going to have to try a whole bunch of things to make it work. And if you start spending a lot of money doing that, you're going to run out of money before you find out what works for you. See, the thing is to stay and trying long enough until you figure it out. And like I say, if you're spending money right off the bat, you probably run out of money before you figure it out. And that's what it all is about, I think. It's a numbers game. It's like finding a job, or you go knock on doors and you think the first door you knock on, and they're going to hire you? Probably not. And so you have to keep going. So if you don't have the stamina to keep going, then you're going to quit and never do it, because it's not going to be easy maybe. And we're not trained for that. We're trained for easy. How are we trained for easy? Because we believe in commercials. That's the only way we get our information. So someone's selling us stuff. And that's crazy. You are too. And that's what's so neat about Let's Go Help, where members are helping members. You're getting it right from the horse's mouth, not somebody idiot like me who dresses like a clown telling you how easy it is. They'll tell you the real story because they just did it. Yeah, and that's what's important. I want to make sure that everybody, as much as possible, gets the care they need to find what they need. Because if you just think, oh, I'll just find it like this and easy, and if it's not, you're going to quit. We don't want you to do that. And that's another reason why I'm so happy we only charge $20, because you can stay long enough to get what you need. I mean, you probably, most of us, when we get in trouble, financial trouble, I mean, that's years of bad decision making. So you can't expect to get out of it, bim, bam, thank you, ma'am, and it's all gone. Do you know where I can get a grant for getting CDL commercial? Yes, you can. Go to careeronestop.org. Okay, they're doing a lot of free money to get the license commercial, because we need so many bloody drivers. But look at above. There's the Let's Go Meta Grant report, and there's a section there about getting a job and job training. But here's where to start: career.org. Now be careful, because there's a lot of trucking companies that will train you for free. However, you don't realize it, but they're going to say you can't quit. And so be careful of that, because you can get that for free. Your local community colleges are doing that. It all depends on where you live. How do you get your iPhone so cheap? What's the website to buy them from? Oh, I just put, yeah, I mean, there's a bunch. Even on, you want reconditioned, refurbished iPhones, Amazon even has it. There are other things, but Amazon usually has the safest guarantees, to do it. And, I mean, I'm really interested in basic calling and texting and whatever. I don't need super stuff, and a decent camera, So I go back, 2 or 3 issues. And so now these things are costing $1,000. They're gonna come and clean my toilet too, or whatever they do. That's why I'm waiting for AI to fold my laundry. That may be happening someday. Who knows? You can't say no. But also, we have another link. I have another thing if you're starting a business, how to start a business without any money. Let's see, retire. I'm going to put that in the link. And this is how I start all my businesses now. I mean, you don't have to spend money to start income. You need income to live while you're doing whatever you want. And that's what, like, Tula, she does Uber and stuff like that to create, easy income while you're trying to figure out your life and do something. And that's what's so great about the gig economy. That's a way to do that. There's thousands of ways to do that too. If your credit is poor, where can you get a loan to fix up a rental property? Well, there is fix up money. Oh, your rental property? Again, what I would do, look at item number 7. Item number 7 in the meta report. There's all the home repair. Now, a lot of those programs for home repairs, you ain't got to live in them, but there may be not. And so if they know what to do, you call those people that have the repair for home repair, and then you ask them for others, other sources. Then, if they know of other places that it's not your main resident, because there are a lot of programs that you could do fix up because they want you, like here, Biden's new program that will be available probably in about a month or so, most cities of the country, where they'll give you up to $14,000 to fix up your house, and it doesn't matter if you're a landlord or you're an owner, well, you're an owner, I guess, if you're both a landlord or living there. So they just want to fix up your house. So there's a lot of places like that to do that, and most of those are for lower income. So you're that. So, but you're renting it out. So you need, because they want you to have lower utility bills. So you're using less energy. So particularly an older house that needs work, probably that could really qualify for a lot of energy related things. Now there is another, what is it? Now I have another link I want to show you there. Yeah, there's a national database of all assistance programs that are available for making your home or even your investment property energy efficient. Okay. Why don't I see? Okay. No, I don't want to retire. Oh, I sent I gave you the retirement, right? Okay, that link. And that's how I believe you can start a business with no money, and that's what that thing is. And do something you really love too. And let me open this. Okay, I think, yeah, number 7 or 8 for home repair. And let me get that for you. I'm at 4. So this is in the Let's Go Meta Grant report. You want to do that. And don't forget, tonight is our deadline for the rent grant. Okay, so make sure you apply the rent. And on Let's Go Help 2, there's a tab for all our grants. There's a tab for all our grants. Okay, so make sure. Here's the one I was looking. It's called DSIRE USA. Yeah, this old noggin ain't as sharp as it once. Yep, 7 and 8. Okay, here's a nice database that shows you all the energy efficient programs too, that are current, not only the current ones, but the ones that have been around for long. We've always had a lot of that. So make sure you see that. And Tula said about number 8 there. There's a whole bunch of programs there. But this was on the DSIRE USA, Desire, I guess, so whatever that is. But that's important to know. Let's see, who else we have a question with? Let's see, Andre Long. Matthew's given great tips, follow through, and also answer the other question. Oh, that's Amber. Thank you, Amber. Yeah, super mighty. Thank you. To I credit. If your credit is poor, can you get a loan? Okay, right. Yes. And also we have a listing here of alternative banks, grants, banks. Okay, let me see if I get that. Yeah, okay. Here's a list of alternative banking sources. And these are fundraising banks and weird kind of banks that set up outside the banking system, but they lend money. It's crowdfunding for loans, and they have better requirements and things like that. Nicer banks, those that give grants, and peer-to-peer lending. See, peer-to-peer lending is an interesting thing because it's people just putting their money together and lending it to people without a big bureaucracy. So they could charge a lot less and they could be a lot more friendly. So there's something to check at. Peer-to-peer lending. That was really big when it first started out. It's still available because they're so much cheaper than credit cards or anything else. My technology leaves something to be desired here. Nothing was working very well for me. But you always have those days. That's why we get all this stuff to make our life easier, and then we become a slave to it because we can't do anything without it. And then the IT guy runs everything, right? And we can't do anything without them. And but that's life in the 21st century, or whatever the hell we are in. Yeah, no, boy. Yeah, my mind is not as fast as it used to be. But it doesn't matter. I sort of like slower because that's what life is trying to appreciate as much as you can in life. Because it goes by so quickly, man, and I know as I get older, it's slipping through a hell of a lot faster. Loans and grants, yeah, Christina. Yeah, the thing on peer-to-peer lending is mostly loans. For the grants, that'll be our other, all the other reports. So make sure you download that 500 mini grant reports for your state, because the state mini grant reports, we take through step by step for everything that could happen to you that requires, if it's your bills and debt, and, or buying a house, or starting a business, or healthcare, getting an education, all the big things in life. We got it broken down there, and the best offices to call in your state to start getting help for that thing. For it's a job or job training, that's another big category. So make sure you download that, everybody, and also download that Meta Grants report. Yeah, I think I exercised too hard today. I'm fading out, and I gotta go out to dinner tonight. That'll be fun. People in the building I'm in, one lady who has a separate job at a nice wine bar, so we're gonna go up and stalk her as a bartender at this wine bar tonight, and that'll be fun. Yeah, I live in a community. There's 70 apartments in there. They're all one-bedroom apartments, so they're smaller. Oh no, bless your heart. It's fun, and I throw parties here all the time. We just had a rock and roll party in the front yard with about 500 people in the front of our building, flooding the street and everything like that. Michelle, are you doing okay? Need anything? A martini olives. Oh, I hate all. I don't know. I'm one of the fussiest eaters on the planet. My poor family has to put up with me. Well, they don't have to. They don't. I just ignore me. I'll get by. But I appreciate you all very much. I'm sorry I'm running a little low. I got a bunch of stuff I got to do before we get out and go to the wine bar and wine. There's a wine cellar. There's a good racist joke about that. But so ask questions. If you don't get what you need here, go ask a question, please, at the question corner. And also, tap into these members. People like Michelle and Amber and all these people are making themselves available because they've gotten money and they help you. They could give you more than I can ever do that. And so make sure you take advantage of them. To find out where the next one is, it's over in the workshop tab underneath. And tonight is the deadline for our grant, okay, for the rent grant. So if you're looking for rent grant money, make sure you apply. All you have to do is put one sentence on why you're going to do that. Yeah, Tammy and Amber's tonight. Is that right, Amber? And I forget what time that is. And then tomorrow, I think we got about 3 more hours of people tomorrow, which is terrific. I mean, I'm so proud of all these people that do this and share their heart. And I never tell them what to do. I just tell them, help people and make it honest and come from your heart. Because that will be better than anything I could ever tell them. Oh, there it is, the Wednesday Q&A. Yeah, see, Tammy, she's promoting. That's great. It's the only way. If nobody knows you're there, nothing happens. I will be going live. Oh, thank you, Michelle. When are you on? Just from the other, I meant to give a shout out to Tammy Larson. I'm not sure I did when looking for her pic, so may have to overlook. So I just wanted to say, Tammy, you were awesome. What did you do at Teresa, a test to help people? Michelle is tonight. Michelle is tonight at 7 o'clock. Oh, I'm cutting into her time. It's 5:30. Well, you all go have something to eat so you're nice and juiced up and have energy to help people too. And even the audience. I mean, we just help each other, please. May 9th, fill in for Megan. Oh, I see, Teresa. Oh, great. Yeah, Megan is, really knows a lot of stuff, and she's getting like $150,000 for people. Man, that's amazing. Yeah, so that's really neat, Megan. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, thank you. Love you so. Make my heart and my life so wonderful. And I love working, and I'm going to do it till my head falls in the soup bowl. That's what it's going to do. Love you guys. Thank you.